Life takes you to a moment where there are only three things that you care about. One is comfort, two is luxury, and the last one is respect. There's only one car that fits all these into one, and that is the 2017 Mercedes Benz W213 E250. Welcome guys to another exciting episode of Kanisa, and today I'm going to be your Papa Skofu as I lead you through the review of the W213 Mercedes Benz E250. I hope uko check, I hope uko set. Let's do this. Powering up the W213 Mercedes Benz E250 is the M274, 2000cc of engine displacement, putting out 208 HP against 350 Newton meters of torque. And in numbers, it looks like it's nothing significant, but trust me, the way this engine delivers power to the wheels is just awesome and beautiful. And of course, it's being helped by the 9-speed G-tronic gearbox from Mercedes-Benz, which is able to give this car the ability to give you 18 kilometers to a liter of fuel economy. And those are figures you only get in hybrid cars, but you are able to achieve that in the W213 Mercedes-Benz E250. The W213 comes with a range of engine options, and I'll start with the traditional one that we know. So the first one is the 1.6 to 2 liter M270 stroke M274. Again, I'll remind you the M270 for front wheel application and the M274 for rear wheel application. The other engine that we're going to get on this car is the famous one, the same one we had on the GLC 43, and that is the M276, which is a 3 liter bi-turbo petrol engine, pushing out immense power and torque as well. And the final engine, again saved for the last as always, is the M177, which is a 4000cc bi-turbo V8 real AMG, very powerful. Now that is the traditional that you get between 2017 all the way to 2021, but Mercedes brought in new petrol engines on this platform, and the first engine is what we call the M260 stroke the M264. Now the M260 stroke M264 is a replacement for the M270 stroke M274, and the M260 stroke M264, again front wheel and rear wheel application as well, comes with a 1.5 liter petrol engine and a 2 liter petrol engine. The other engine that was introduced on this platform, again from 2018 all the way to 2021, is the M256. The M256 is a straight 6 turbocharged engine designed by Mercedes. Again, that comes in to replace the M276, which is a V6 bi-turbo. So you see, Mercedes-Benz is trying to adjust few things here to just make driving thrill and performance epic as well. Let's go to the diesel plants. Now the diesel side, I think Mercedes decided to dump almost all the other small engines for new replacements. The first one that we get on this platform is the OM654. So the OM654 is a 2 liter turbocharged engine from Mercedes, and that comes in to replace the OM651. You remember again from the GLC review I told you about the OM651, which is a 2.2 diesel engine. The other engine that Mercedes-Benz decided to keep on this car, which is legendary because of what it does in terms of power output, is the OM642. The OM642 again is a V6 bi-turbo diesel engine from Mercedes, and that was kept on this platform all the way, I think, to now. And Mercedes-Benz being Mercedes-Benz, they still came up with a new engine on the diesel side, and that is the OM656, which is a straight 6 turbocharged diesel engine. Oh, Mercedes-Benz, how thou love you. for what you're doing around the automotive space. So that's what you get on this. Of course, there are a few hybrid and mild hybrid applications with EQ Boost, both on the M270, M274, the M260 and the M264, and as well as the diesel variants, the OM654 as well. What are the problems that you're going to experience when you own or drive this particular model of the W213? To be specific, the E250 with the M270 stroke the M274 engine. So this engine has two significant problems that have been reported here locally and also globally. And the first one is mostly failure of the camshaft actuators. If you know what camshaft actuators are, it's a variable valve timing system. So over time, they wear out and they start giving this engine a problem. And the second problem is what we call the failure of the timing guides and the stretching of the timing chain. Again, that is something that you need to expect on this engine. It is a repair item on this car based with the mileage. Even the camshaft actuators are a repair or replacement item on this car based with mileage. But this is a revised engine from Mercedes Benz. Again, some few things have been improved just to last longer. So if you buy this particular model from 2016 all the way to 2021, Mercedes Benz have improved the quality of the camshaft actuators and they will last a bit longer compared to the previous generation, which is the W212. On the timing guide and the timing chain, it's pretty standard. Anything approximately around 130,000 kilometers to 150,000 kilometers, you should be looking into replacing or changing the timing chain and the timing guide. This car is rated Euro 6, so there has been reported issues around the nitrogen oxide sensor giving you problems and errors. But I know locally there are guys who can call that one out just the same way we do it with the DPF delete, and this car or this engine will become perfect and functional for the Kenyan market. And finally, after a very long time, Mercedes-Benz have made an update of their key fob, and I must confess it looks very nice and a bit different and unique as well. So if you're buying the W213, you're expected to find it in 3 trim levels. The first one is exclusive, the second one is the avant-garde, and the final one is the AMG trim. And this particular one that is standing beside me is the AMG trim, and it comes with some few unique features which I'm glad to take you through. The first and most important one is the headlight. These are bullet-shaped headlights that are called multi-beam LEDs. So what is unique and different on these headlights compared to the previous generation, the W212? So these ones, the W212 had 24 LED tips that made the whole headlight, just give you enough light. But on this one, they updated the number to 84 LED beams. Just what I love about Mercedes-Benz. Something else that is unique on the AMG trim of this W213 is bespoke rims from AMG, again labeled clearly there. They are sitting on size 19, and of course you get your Michelin Sport tires for maximum traction and performance. Suspension, double wishbone at the front and multi-suspension at the rear, which makes this car handle like a dream. The W213 is developed on the same platform as the S-Class and the compact car from Mercedes-Benz, which is the C-Class. And that can be shown by the way it looks at the rear. If you look at an S-Class, the W222, you'll see some bit of resemblance here and there. And that is courtesy of the rear taillights. Now, these rear taillights, just like an S-Class, they have one special feature. Did you know that these rear taillights of a Mercedes 213 or an S-Class 222 or a C-Class W205 or W206 have 2 variants of lights? What do I mean? During the day, it lights up brighter, just to make sure that whoever is coming after you or behind you gets to see when you're braking. And during the night, it adjusts the brightness and ambience again to suit night driving. Such an epic feature from Mercedes-Benz. Of course, you get an electronic tailgate, nothing much to talk about. You have a very nice diffuser with chrome appendages. You also get dual exhaust tips, which are real, even though the exhaust tip at the end of this beautiful chrome appendage is just a normal exhaust. Either way, they are real and they work. The interior of the W213 Mercedes Benz E250 boasts of luxury and modern features. And to start off, easy and straightforward, you know I love leather. So you have leather, very nice quality leather with wood finish. And this is real wood finish. This is not fake wood finish. In front of me, you get the widescreen design of display from Mercedes Benz. And this one is a 12.3 inch display. And this as well is a 12.3 inch display. High definition, quality graphics. That's what you get from Mercedes Benz. And all these is courtesy of what Mercedes called Mercedes Benz Command. I know people think these two are MBUX. No, MBUX is the technology and software that runs behind it, and that was only activated or came into play from 2018. So for now, we still have the Mercedes Benz Command. The other thing that you get is exquisite leather seats from Mercedes Benz with a technology called Impulse Side, which basically protects you in case of a side impact. What do? They move you a little bit of millimeters towards the center, and that reduces the impact of damage. Coming back to the sport steering with a flat bezel at the end, very nice, with very nice touch controls here. Again, another new one from Mercedes Benz. And the rest is just pure luxury. Of course, if you're buying a Mercedes, storage is one thing that probably you care about. So you have your glove compartment with an air freshener dispenser just to make your car have a nice fragrance. Something else that you get on the W213 is ambient light. And here you have 64 colors to choose from. And they're all here, 23, 16, red, yellow. Let me go all the way to the top. And there you go, 64. You can choose anything. Come when in Mkamba you like yellow, your thing. Come when whatever you like green, it's your thing. Or you can choose it best with what you wear. Technically, when you own this car, any color that you have or wear can be selected to fit the interior ambient light. So you're good to go. Something else to note, luxury feature again, is the panoramic sunroof, which is dual. So you have a split. You have one at the front and one at the rear. Just adds on the luxury aspect of this W213. To sum up the luxury aspect of the W213 is the Burmester sound system, which boasts of 13 speakers, just to give you the feel of accomplishment and achievement. The only thing that is remaining to do is drive and experience the W213. Said I'm cold in the water, broken and still, feel nothing at all. So how does it feel to drive the W213 Mercedes Benz E250? Short of anything you'll wish for if you paid 5.65 million. This car is luxury and comfort at the same time. It's a car that reminds you that you can live and enjoy the good things in life. Of course, there are a few things I don't like about the interior space, especially the quality of material the Mercedes used to make the headliner. I think they were cutting some corners here and there, and this is a true reflection of that. But away from that, this car is beautiful, it's awesome, it's just nice to be in and drive. No blind spots, it's well lit properly, you see the command of the road quite well, and when you're driving at high speeds, it's planted on the ground. The suspension is just doing a good job. Of course, you can get this car with air suspension, but this particular one has coilovers at the front and coilovers at the rear as well, but they are tuned to just give you comfort and performance at the same time. There are three main features that I want to talk about this car when it comes to the driving experience. One of them is what we call the intelligent drive. The intelligent drive by Mercedes-Benz, coupled up with the Distronic Plus on this car, is just short of a technology invention. It's something that is a wow factor anytime you drive this car. So what does the intelligent drive actually do? So when you're driving this car, you know, in the Kenyan roads, we do not have proper, markings on the road. But this car is able to tag the car that is in front of you, and it can actually drive, it's semi-autonomous. It's not fully, it's semi. It means you have to keep your hands always on the steering wheel. But it's able to tag along the front car, reduce speed, increase speed, and just keep you on the road. And it does all this safely. And when it feels that you're not participating on the driving experience, it can actually bring itself down to a stop, put on the hazards, and allow the drivers around you just know that probably you have a problem. And these are the few things that I love about technology, and more so them being in a Mercedes Benz. The other thing, again, just still on the intelligent drive, is the steering pilot. The steering pilot is simply a technology by Mercedes that allows you to stay on the road. And it does this by activating sensors and just radar cameras that are all around the car to just make it safe for you to drive this car on the road. And on top of that, it's actually able to read the speed sign. Okay, in Kenya we don't have much, but if we had speed signs, then the steering pilot is able to read the speed signs and reduce the speed of the car according to the speed signs, or maybe increase the speed of the car based on the speed sign. And that just makes this car a technology package that I will want to drive and own. I know some people don't like tech, but for me these are the kind of things that make life sweeter and better and just adds up to the whole enjoyment package. And the final puzzle of all this is what we call the park assist. Guys, the 2.3 inches of display in this car, coupled up with the 360 cameras, again, clear and quite clear. And the park assist system. And the park assist here is something amazing and something different. And instead of me talking about it, why don't I just demonstrate and show you how it actually works? I promised you guys that I'll show you how this car automatically parks itself. I've just found a parking slot. I've driven, the car has told me that there's a parking slot available. Remember, I can park parallel, I can park series, whichever way that you want this car will do it. But it's going to do it in a unique way. Let me show you. So brake in, I'm going to select the parking. It shows there P. And once I select the parking, I engage the reverse gear and I lift off my legs 100%, and the car is going to do everything on itself. There you go. Unlike other cars which will require you to engage drive, I don't know, reverse, you know, Mercedes Benz are like, just do nothing, just sit there and enjoy. So the car is changing the gears by itself, it's driving itself to the parking slot and turning itself around. So this is what we call luxury when you have money. There you go. Done. So that's how this car parks itself. And parking assist finished. That's how the Mercedes Benz W213 parks itself. And before you guys continue watching, I just want to remind you that YouTube has told me that 50% of you guys are watching this video without really subscribing. So I'll give you an opportunity to just take a moment, hit the subscription button. That subscription will help us create more awesome content. It will give us the morale to keep on doing this. And of course, we grow these numbers to 1 million subscribers. That is our target, and that's what we are working after. Thank you so far, and have an awesome review ahead.
Cold in the water, broken and still, feel nothing at all.
Guys, welcome to the last segment of this review, and that is testing the 0 to 100 ya hii gari. Mbugua hapa hatufanyi anything.
We said we won't be doing much.
Not much. Greet people at least. Say hi.
Hi guys.
Wamkumbushe you are still here.
I'm still alive and kicking.
Yes. So now this car, I've mostly driven it in what we call efficient mode. And that is where this car is comfortable, it's easy on fuel, it doesn't do a lot of damage to your pocket. But just in case kuna mtu amekuja na kasubaru ama kanini anakusumbua, then now we are going into what we call Sport Plus. Okay? So tuko Sport Plus. Then of course, because I'm a guy who loves nicer things, Mr. Mbugua, I have to change the display so that it can also, you know, go together with the mode. So I'm going to put it in Sport. It changes. It shows me now Sport Plus, speedometer, tachometer, and now I think I'm ready. Are you ready to do this?
Prepare my timer.
So now, if I put this car in Sport Plus, 3 things happen. 1, the 9-speed G-tronic gearbox is tuned for performance. Okay. My steering wheel firms up a little bit, and my throttle response becomes a bit agile. So I'm going to
Finye
cool.
inafungua.
I'm going to cool my seats because whatever is going to happen here is going to be awesome.
Me, I cannot cool.
You ready? No, you cannot. You
cannot
can just
be
listen
hit.
to Mr. Sound. Are you ready to do this, Mr. Mbugua?
Yeah,
I'm brake boosting in 1, 2, 3. Oh, there you go. And 100. How many seconds?
8.87 seconds.
That is decent.
That's decent.
Let me tell you, this guy is rated at 7.1 seconds.
Okay.
0 to 100.
So I just lost 1 second.
It's just lost 1 second.
Actually,
And
it's
it has 3 huge people. So we have Mr. Mbugua here, and then we have Wakili
As the sound going to
as a sound guy. It gets better if you have a Wakili as your sound guy. Come on. Aki-apply as a Chief Justice, at least I can experience your sound. Aki-ambia your honor.
Yeah.
So there we go, Mr. Mbugua. You can see the shifts are a bit tougher and hard.
And even
Here,
the engine sound is
yes,
different.
even the engine is different. So it hits you harder. Just here. You hear that? The transmission is just angry. Just wants to go. You hear that? But when I put her back in a comfort or
eco mode.
then she becomes smooth. So now
Silent.
when I put my feet down, she becomes a bit smooth.
We're still in sport.
No, I'm not in sport. I'm now in efficiency.
Eco.
Now I'm in eco. So right now, she becomes a bit smooth. She's calming down. It needs a bit of time, eh? She's now calming down. She's good. She's good, Mr. Mbugua. So you said how many seconds?
8.87 seconds. Let me see.
8.87 seconds. That's dope. I love the Mercedes. If I can get 8.8 seconds, 0 to 100, and I can get fuel economies upwards of 18 kilometers to the liter, and I can have all this luxury and all these features, Bwana Mbugua, and the safety that this car is just epic. Tupatie maoni. Who do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think this car is value for money?
This
At
car is
5.65 million.
I only say one thing. There's one thing we really should say. If you want to go fast in comfort,
Yes.
it's always a Mercedes. If you want to go fast, they don't carry BMW or Audi.
Yes.
They don't give you the thrill there. But this one is subtle. For 5.6 million, I feel is value for money. One, you get the comfort to the fuel economy in this car. In a luxury car, and you're getting fuel economy of upwards to 13, 14, 15 kilometers to
Yes.
depending on your driving style.
Yes.
Na ile muduko.
Of course.
Juu kama unashinda dynamic, unashinda hapa sports plus, kidogo hapa mafuta unanyanyasa.
Of course.
But 5.6, relatively, I feel it's okay for me.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Considering last time we were here, we reviewed the Audi A5 Sportback,
Yeah.
which was going for 4.55 million Kenya shillings. And it was a good car, again, but what you get with Mercedes Benz is just more in terms of luxury features, safety features, and just the badge itself, gives you a bit of dominance over any other car model. So for me, in fact, it is better buy compared to buying a W205.
To the
C-Class.
Because we had one of our clients saying he wants to swipe the W205 for this.
Okay. So if you buy the C-Class, probably set you back around 5-point-something million as well. Why would I buy the C-Class if I can buy this one that can accommodate more people? It's more spacious, it's more longer. In fact, this one is more longer compared to the W212. So you're getting a bit of more when you buy this car. And for me, that is value for money. This is a car that you buy when you want reliability, when you want comfort, when you want luxury, you want respect.
Hapo kwa reliability, you also have to play the part.
Of course. Of course. If you don't play the part,
it will do that thing.
yes, you will cry. So can we sign out from this show?
We're saying out.
Sign out.
I hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave.
So, who will buy this car? And my answer is simple. Is anyone who has 5.6 million Kenya shillings. And the only thing that matters to them is the best or nothing. I've been your host, Ibrahim Toloi, on this episode of Kanisa. You can call me Papa Skofu as well. I won't mind. And as a side out, probably I'll just give you a short, fun story about Mercedes Benz. So the first petrol engine ever designed came on a Mercedes Benz. And the guy who did all this work was a guy named Carl Benz. Of course, Benz being the Mercedes Benz. And during that time, he didn't have a lot of money to do this. And it is said that the wife, her name was Bertha. She's the one who funded the whole project to make Carl Benz achieve one of the most important accomplishments, and that is designing and running a petrol engine. And I was wondering, can that happen in Kenya? Can we make a law that can allow you ladies who are watching to sponsor us and people like Alex Mwanzo just build their cars, put expensive tires? Ama niwache? Ama ni hiki tunakunywa? We Mbugua, by the way, hili nini kwa hapa? Yeah? What are these? Sawa, poleni. Bye.